Hello and welcome in to Talk FCB and welcome back here to the channel. What a game that was. There is so much to discuss from Inter against Barça at San Siro. It is finished somehow. I've no idea how this has happened, but it's finished into 1. Barça won. It was an emphatic Champions League debut for Malcom, scoring a phenomenal goal, but Mauro Icardi hit back. We haven't won this game. I don't know how we haven't won it, but we haven't, and we're going to be breaking it down. Everything that you want to know, we're going to try and discuss it right here. It's the review. And as always, guys, we'll start by showing you how we lined up in this game. Ter Stegen in goal. It was pretty much as we expected. Alba, Longley, Piqué, and Roberto along the back four. Busquets, Arthur, and Rakitic in midfield, which started as a really balanced midfield. And then Coutinho, Suarez, and Ousmane Dembele. And what I want to say about this is, it was a very attacking lineup from Valverde. And to be honest, I think he actually deserves some credit. Because you think back to the Roma game, he lined up that day with Roberto and Semedo on that right-hand side. Really conservative, really defensive. And we paid the price. Here though, another tough away game in Italy in the group stages. He's gone bold, he's gone attacking. Is he learning? It may be too early to say, but either way, he does deserve credit here for positivity, for being bold, for being brave, and to be honest, it really should have paid off because the team here was outstanding, and in particular, it was Felipe Coutinho, part of this front three, who was dropping in here, trying to make it 4 in midfield, really picking up the ball in some really good spaces, and just bringing it between the lines, and we're going to be looking at that in a lot more detail in this video, but it was Coutinho creating from deep, and create he did, because we had so many chances tonight. And the first thing that I absolutely have to do with you guys is go through the stats on the night, which basically read as follows. If you look at ball possession at home, going to San Siro, we dominated the ball. In midfield, we absolutely dominated it. 60% possession on the night for Barcelona. In terms of total passes, 738 passes we attempted to Inter's 388. We completed 660 passes to Inter's 311. We outpassed them, we dominated the ball, we dominated territorially, and it was an imposing away performance. That's what we were looking for. Going away from home, we have been shaky, but tonight, we were not shaky, we were not scared, we were not anything but brilliant. And I really do have to say that and have to stress that regardless of this result, the way we went out there today, I was proud of that performance, proud of every single player, and like I say, proud of the coach, because we played like Barcelona. We went out there, we played like it was our own stadium, we played as though we owned the place. We dominated that ball in midfield, and most importantly, going forward, attack-wise, we were outstanding, all but the finishing touch, because we created a lot, we had a lot of attempts on goal, we were free-flowing in attack, we were creating with ease. It was brilliant. 27 goal attempts on the night for Barcelona to Inter's 11, and when you look at shots on goal, 8 attempts on goal, Inter had 1 shot on goal in the entire game. Whose shot was it? Mauro Icardi. And that's what I want to say. Barcelona for this game, for 89 minutes of the game, were superb. We're brilliant. We're by far the more superior team. But for 30 seconds or so to a minute, in that time that Icardi scored, we dropped our level. And that is a big lesson from this game. We were brilliant. We played fantastically. There's a lot of good players out there that I think really do believe will go deep in the Champions League this season. And I really do believe that right now. Looking at our performance at Wembley, looking at our performance here, we do look good. But the one thing we have to learn is, if you don't take your chances, if you're not clinical in front of goal against the teams with good strikers and clinical players, you give them one chance, they will hurt you. We got hurt tonight, we didn't deserve it, we have drawn the game, but there are a lot of positives to take from this. And before we analyse the goals in a bit more detail, what I want to do is basically show the way we approach this game, and what I mean by that pure bravery. Going out there tonight at San Siro, a really tough atmosphere it was tonight. They were fully behind their side, and to be fair, Inter came out and straight away they were pressing, they were closing us down, they were trying to go on the front foot, but we shut that down straight away. And what I was saying before the game, I didn't want this to turn into Roma 2.0. There was never a chance of that because of our attitude. We came out there and we got straight at Inter. Every single time that Handanovic had the ball here, he was trying to play out the back. Inter wanted to keep the ball and try and play and ease their way up the pitch. We did not let them do that. You had Suarez as the first point of contact closing down here. You had Coutinho and Dembele pushing up really high on the two centre-backs. Then you had Arthur, Rakitic in midfield, closing down the full-backs, closing down the centre of the pitch as well. Busquets was really high, and we had such a high line on the night, a really high line, getting Inter as high up the pitch as possible and really condensing them into their own half, not letting them out, not letting them play, and we did, for a lot of that game, suffocate them in their own half, created so many chances, and I'm so disappointed because we were so good tonight. We deserved it. And look, if I went by chance, by by chance and went through them all, we would literally be here all night. Luis Suarez could easily be leaving this game with a hat-trick, if not even more with the chances that he had tonight. But at the same time, I couldn't say that he had a bad game. He didn't play badly. He was everywhere tonight, in the box, picking up loose balls. He was first to everything. He looked really sharp. And if it wasn't for a ball that was very slightly over the line, he would have actually left with a goal tonight. You look at Dembele, I think he could have been involved more. That's the only thing I'd say about Dembele. He started the game really well. He had an early shot testing Handanovic. That was a good save there from Handanovic to deny Dembele. He had another moment where he was in the box. He did a fake shot. He left two Inter players on their backsides. He completely destroyed them in that one movement, and he could have done more. As the game went on, you wanted to see that grow and grow and grow, but he just didn't quite get in the game enough. We didn't look to pick him out. He didn't sort of come into the centre and try and get the ball. I just wanted a bit more from Dembele because he started so brightly. That raw pace, that energy, driving at Inter, that is the Dembele we want to see. And when you look at Coutinho, he did come for the ball. He did demand that ball tonight in the centre of the pitch. He was coming, he was looking for it, because the thing is, when you come to Barcelona, we know Felipe Coutinho has that quality. We know that he can pick it up between the lines. We know that he can run at teams. You know that he can have shots, but you want to see that. You need to see that talent week in, week out. Tonight, he showed that. He demanded the ball. He got the ball and he showed what he could do. And for that reason, that's why we created so much. It was Alba, there was Roberto, there was so much creativity from out wide, Rakitic and Arthur in midfield, Busquets tonight with a good performance. But like I say, it was Malcom who came on, and he had an absolutely sensational impact. 7 minutes from time, just 2 minutes after he came on. It was unbelievable, and I was so incredibly happy for him when he came off the bench, and it really looked like he got the winner. And it all started in midfield here again with that man Felipe Coutinho. He picks it up on the half term, and it's a little back heel, little flick, and that's the kind of confidence that Coutinho was showing tonight. It was absolutely brilliant to watch. He turns his man, it's a lovely bit of skill, and suddenly with that midfield there, he's cut them apart. He's away, he's driving at Inter, they're exposed, and that's exactly what he does. He runs into the space, he picks out Malcom. Malcom's got out on the right hand side. Now look here, Malcom could try and pick out Coutinho, he could slide it to Suarez, he could do the easy option, maybe even the better option, but he doesn't. That showed real confidence there from Malcom and bravery to take this ball on and go on his own. He was single-minded, he was driven, he wanted to prove his point, and boy did he do that with his finish. And you can see here, it actually looks like his body weight is all wrong. He's leaning to one side, he looks off balance. It looks like at this point, there's no way that he can get a shot away there, and that's what Inter thinks. And I think he really surprises Handanovic with how he takes this shot, because from this image here, he doesn't actually take another touch. He just shifts his weight onto his other side, and bang, suddenly he's released an absolute pile driver from that left foot, so low on the ground, Handanovic simply cannot react. Before he knows it, the ball is flying past him into the net. It's not even in the corner, it's in the middle of the goal, but because he takes that shot so early, it's such a big surprise, and with such velocity, it's an absolutely wonderful goal. 82 minutes in, it looked like that would be the winner. I was so pleased for Malcom. I was running around the room, screaming. I was thinking, this is the moment that he's been waiting for. Then there's Valverde on the bench. It was almost a smile from him, as if to say, you know what, it was bound to happen, because that's what happens. He deserves more opportunities, he deserves more time on the pitch. Even though we've drawn this, he is still a massive hero tonight. And when Icardi scored, it genuinely broke my heart, because I was thinking, Malcom's perfect goal, perfect moment, perfect winning goal, it's all been ruined by 30 seconds. It's just slack play, it's just not really concentrating. Maybe they thought they'd won it, and to be honest, looking at the TV, I'd even lost focus. I thought, we'd done this, it's a brilliant goal. I was so caught up in the moment that 1 minute later, they'd scored their goal, and it was just a lot of catalogue, really, of errors. You can see it here, there's so many different phases of play where we could clear our lines, where we could get the ball out, but we don't. It goes into Longley there, he tries to head it clear, but he doesn't. Suddenly now, Inter have it back. Alba could make the interception there, but he doesn't. You move it on there, Vidal could make the challenge, but he doesn't. Inter here keep getting away with murder. Suddenly it's in the box, it's bouncing around, Busquets could get it away, he makes a bit of a mess of the clearance. Again, another stage there where we don't clear our lines. It drops to Mauro Icardi, it comes off Piqué, he could get it away, but we don't. Somebody could get to the ball first, but we don't. Suddenly Icardi has it, and when he's got it in that kind of range, he did absolutely nothing all night. But that's Icardi. That's Icardi for you. He'll do nothing all game, then he'll pop up in this kind of position, and you have to say, it's actually wonderful what he does, because if he picks this ball up and he shoots straight away, Roberto blocks it, but he doesn't. He hesitates. He waits for about a second or so, shifts it out of his feet, and suddenly he has scored a goal which ruins us. And I'm so sad that he's actually got that goal, but there we go. It happens. At the end of the day, guys, this is football, and at the end of the day, you do not always get what you deserve. But what I have to stress 110% tonight is, this was a good good performance. This is a group of players who can be brave and a coach who can be attack-minded, and when we do that, when we go out there, press like that, use that much intensity in the game, create that many chances, if Messi's on the pitch tonight, we win this game. We win by several goals because of the chances that we created, and we would have probably even created more. Even on another day, like I say, Suarez could have a goal, Coutinho could have a goal, Dembele could have a goal, Malcom's got his goal. There was a lot of chances out there tonight. We should have done better, we should have finished better, but it was a good display, and I'm very, very happy that we were able to do that at such a tough stadium like San Siro. So as always guys, please leave your full thoughts in the comments down below. It's 1-1, withdrawn, but overall a decent performance, and we're absolutely fine at the top of our group, looking very, very good indeed. So leave your thoughts down below. I will see you more with a lot of reaction, of course, from this game. But until then guys, thank you as always for joining me, and until next time, Vesca el Barça!